This presentation will help you write essay number 2. You should begin by looking at the word count. It's 200 to 400 words. The essay is now worth 100 points, and as usual, it's due on Saturday by midnight. You will write the outline in rough drafts, of course, but you'll only submit the final version of the essay in the Dropbox so that I don't get confused with which one to grade. You have only one topic choice, how to write a college essay. You won't receive any credit for writing on a different topic because we want to start off by getting a process in place for how you'll write the other essays. As far as what to write, when you read the chapters and you understand the writing process, that will help you write this essay. You'll want to include phrases like narrowing the topic and writing the thesis. In fact, just think about the steps that you follow for writing your assignment sheets. Obviously, the first step will be studying the assignment sheet. You can't do anything before you know what you're supposed to do. So this is the type of information you'll write about. As I mentioned with the Essay 1 presentation, I put everything through Turnitin.com, and this database is very powerful. Schools around the world are always using it, so you really can't outwit it. Don't even try. Make sure everything you write in this class is your own ideas. Don't use any sources. Now, don't forget that you're writing for an audience, and this time around you can use any pronouns when you talk to well, I shouldn't say talk, when you write this procedure. However, it will usually work out best if you use imperative commands like study the assignment sheet or develop a thesis statement. In other words, you don't use the second person pronoun you because it's implied. You start with the action verb. So the body of the paper will be a list of these imperative commands, second person statements that have the implied you, meaning you don't write it down. And the opening, the introduction, and the conclusion, the final paragraph, could be written in first person or third person or second person. Your audience is college educated. This time around, your tone is serious and scholarly. You're writing a serious essay to tell people how to write a college essay. When you can explain it to someone, then you can usually do it yourself. Choose your words very carefully this time. They should be formal, they should be scholarly, but they should also be concise. Don't write 5 words. Don't use lengthy prepositional phrases if one noun or one verb will do instead. As I said in the previous slide, use any pronouns. And as I also emphasized, the imperative commands are best for the steps. Things like proofread carefully, or something like develop the thesis statement. That's the way you want to set up the body paragraphs with those imperative commands. Of course, you're going to use correct grammar and spelling, and you will proofread very carefully. Now, paragraphing, that's going to be important with this essay. You want short paragraphs for the introduction and the conclusion. This is a really short process. It's not a lengthy essay with lengthy paragraphs about writing an essay. It's a short, concise, but compelling introduction to set up the topic and present your thesis. It's numbered or bulleted pointed steps, usually numbered because this is done in order. For the body, you want one step for each action in these body paragraphs. They're not really paragraphs. Instead, this time around, they are numbered steps. So this is an important difference because you're doing workplace writing. And always start with the action verb. Now, creating the structure. Set up your thesis in the introduction and emphasize the importance of the process. This is the informational side of the essay number 2. Now, in the body paragraphs, again, it's not a lengthy topic sentence and then a lot of logical reasoning. Instead, it's a list of steps, and the steps have to be performed by the reader. So always start with the action verb and only have one action per step. Be sure you study that photography model on page 147. You will lose a substantial number of points if you write paragraphs instead of the focus steps. Now, with the conclusion, this is a normal conclusion. You could make a recommendation or a prediction, or you could end the essay in some other way that's memorable. For example, you could show the negative consequences that may occur when the process is not performed properly. And as for the format, again, you are learning the basic academic guidelines, things like double spacing, always using a size 12 font, using Times New Roman, indenting a 1/2 inch, having the title centered above the first line. Those are steps that you follow for MLA and APA. If you learn them now, it'll be easy. And as usual, if you have any questions, you have various ways to contact me. And don't stress out about it. Just let me know what's troubling you, and hopefully we can work it out together. Good luck with essay number 2.